Two numbers to write down. You guys know I'm an ex-bean counter. I used to be at a company where somebody would stand up at meetings like this and say, I'm going to tell you a fact. I'm going to tell you a fact. Write them down. 60,732. Write it down. 60,732. The other number I want you to write down is 2,140. Got them? Okay. In the last 3 years and 2 months, the only one that knows this is probably Jeff and Glenn. 3 years and 2 months, Keller Williams has grown by 2,140 agents. That's a fact, my friends. Just so you know, I love it when I can say facts. No, seriously, I used to love when it's just a fact. Donkey Kong. It's just a fact. And in 3 years and 2 months, we've grown by 60,732 agents! Yes! Come on! This is a calling. I'm real about this. Do you know where you're at? Do you know where you're at? Stand up. Come on, baby. Believe with Frank. Do you believe with Frank that it's a calling? Yes. Repeat after me. It's a calling. I'll follow Frank anywhere. Okay, sit down. I don't know why I'm so fired up this morning. It's probably because I didn't get in that spa last night with all 50,000 of you guys. Yes, you are. Yeah, I don't know, but 60,000 people are now using a toilet. God dang it. Man, that Levi, I'm sorry, Levi. Woo. Okay, here's what happens to people. 9 months ago, I met this woman. I think we met at Starbucks or something. We were standing in line. She said, yeah, I just joined. And we just got to be friends. And that's what's going to realize to you guys. My best friends on earth are here at EXP. My family is here at EXP. I love all you guys. And that's what we've created something very special. What I took from yesterday, it's all about community, right? It's all about community and giving back. But there is a story this person's going to tell you really quick before she came. There is nobody here that did this to come here and speak. When she shares how she got here, you don't understand. She jumped a fence. This is a real story. Let's hear it from Seattle, Washington, Kim Fraser!
Here we are. Hello, all you beautiful people out there. I'm honored. I'm truly honored to be here. Brent, Jean, Glenn, James, I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm nervous. That's why I was up here dancing earlier, because I figured if I can dance in front of you guys like I'm in a club, I can actually talk to you. So I was like, okay, I'll get up here, embarrass myself, and then I'll be fine. So I want to share with you a little bit about myself. Obviously, I'm a baby agent. I've been in EXP for 9 months yesterday. I am the mother of 6 amazing children. I have an amazing husband of 23 years this Sunday, and he is my business partner and my marketing manager, and has helped us grow in this business. And I actually still think he's really hot, and it's been 23 years, so that's pretty exciting. So thank you for that, honey. So that's not on my notes. I'm a grandma. I have 8 grandkids. Thank you. I just had, my youngest one was born on Valentine's Day, and I was there for all of the deliveries, so it's been such a blessing. So it's a little bit about myself. I've been a real estate agent for 20 years. I was at my previous brokerage for 19 years before joining EXP. I won the EXP Icon Award 3 months in the company, which is pretty exciting. Last year, I was the #1 agent in EXP for Washington. I sold about $80 million in sales volume last year, so pretty exciting. Thank you. I am licensed in Washington and Texas, and getting licensed in Texas was what started this conversation to join EXP. I was the #1 agent in John L. Scott. In the last 2 years I was in the company. We had 4,000 agents in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and California. I was at the Bellevue office, which was like our premier office. When I first got there in 2013 from a previous office, I thought I was all that in a bag of chips because I came from my old office and I was like one or two the whole time I was there. So I get to the Bellevue office where all the heavy hitters are. And it's just kind of those things where you ever have an office where you can't work, like if you work in a lesser city further south, you can't work in that one market. That was the deal. So I had to move my license so I could work the luxury market, because where my other office was, they'd be like, why are you there? So I moved my license and I got to that office and they were like, I was like, so where am I at? I was thinking I was being 1 or 2. They're like number 13. I'm like, I was so sad. Because I wanted to be, I was like, I'm competitive. I think all of us are competitive to a reason, to a measure, right? And we wouldn't be here. So I thought, oh my gosh, I have a lot of work to do. So I worked really hard, and the last 2 years I was there before I left, I had hit that #1 agent in the company, which I was really proud of. Thank you. Only to bail and come here, and now I'm like a minnow, not a whale. So I'm gonna swim back up to be a whale. So in 2020, I was recognized as number 218 in the country for individual agents and number 7 in the state of Washington. So that's a little bit about myself. Now how I got here. I went to Build and signed up immediately for CABO. I was so excited. So I'll go forward, then I'll go backward a little bit here. So I thought I had my passport. I've had my passport for like 5 years. This is my first time ever out of the country. So I packed my bag Friday morning, so I'm leaving Saturday because I'm gonna get here early so I can see all the guys and kind of hang out with you guys because I like you. So at 10 o'clock at night, the night before my flight, I go to get my passport and it's not there. I'm like, holy crap. So it's 10 o'clock at night, I fly out, I leave at 6:30 for the airport, I have no passport. So I spend the next 5 hours and I enlisted my husband to scavenge the house to find my passport. No passport. I'm like, holy. So I'm like, this isn't good because I'm not gonna call Brent and James after giving this amazing opportunity and tell them I can't get there because I can't find my passport. Like completely irresponsible, right? So I'm mortified. I'm like, how am I gonna get there? Well, I have an enhanced driver's license. So I took my enhanced driver's license, I did some brainstorming. I can get there by land or sea. So I start looking for cruise ships. So I'm like, if I can get from Seattle, true story, if I can get from Seattle to Los Angeles or Long Beach or San Diego, I can hop on a cruise ship on Sunday, and it's 1 day at sea, and then I can, on the second day at sea, oops, oh shoot, I'm not ready for that yet. Okay, see, anybody can be up here. Anyway, I'm telling you, God bless America. So anyway, I'm like, I've got to take a boat. I've got to get to the boat. How am I going to get to Los Angeles? And then everything leaves on the frickin' 13th. Nothing on Sunday. So I'm like, crap. Okay, so plan 2. I can figure out how to get across the border. So I Google stuff. I'm like going to the Rio Grande too far east, so I have to like stay on this side so I can go Baja. So I'm like thinking, how am I going to get there? How am I going to get there? So anyway, take a plane from Seattle to San Diego, like 2.5 hours later. I booked the flight. 2.5 hours later, I'm on a plane going to San Diego. Brought my husband, God bless him. He was so patient. Thank you. I would have killed myself if I were him. So I would have been so mad. He'd never hear the end of it. You know how we women are. He thinks I nag now. I can only imagine. So anyway, we get to San Diego, and then we take an Uber to the border. We stay overnight in this crappy Best Western, like 1-star hotel. It's the closest one that looks semi-safe to the border. So then we take an Uber to the international border crossing, and I'm with my little suitcase, pink suitcase, in a dress, little sandals. I think these were the same ones. So I'm just cruising with my thing, and I see guys with like AKs, like literally like assault rifles trying to protect, I'm not sure which side of the border. So we go over the international border crossing bridge. The next thing you know, I'm in Tijuana, super cool. So I walk into Tijuana, and I'm like FaceTiming this whole thing, like this is so cool. It's like FaceTime Live. My husband's like, head on a swivel, what are you doing? And so anyway, I was just trying to, part of my story. So anyway, so I get over there, we get in the taxi. That's the scariest part, was a taxi ride. Get to the airport, get here. Now I get to do it all in reverse on Saturday to get back to Seattle. So anyway, that's how I got here. So thank you. So find a way, make a way. So I just want to share with you for a second before I jump into my presentation. You almost saw there for a second. A little backstory about me. I was raised by a single mom. My parents separated when I was 10 years old. I'm the oldest of 4 kids. Anybody knows the oldest have a lot of responsibility anyway. My parents separate. I immediately have to step up. We're poor now. We have no money. My mom goes to school. We have food stamps. Super embarrassing. They weren't like the debit cards where nobody knows now. They were like paper, and we'd lay them out when you go to the store, and they'd stamp, 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 stamp. So it was really embarrassing. Of course, like as a junior high kid, there'd be a cute boy at the end of the check stand. I'm like, no, I want to die. And so I would like immediately like go hide somewhere so nobody would see me. Sometimes our car would barely run. Sometimes we didn't have a car. Sometimes we'd walk to get groceries. We would take the bus to get groceries. Sometimes my high school boyfriends would take us to get groceries. How embarrassing is that? Because we didn't have a car. Sometimes my phone was turned off because the phone bill would be so high from talking to my grandma. My mom would chat, 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 chat. And we'd have no phone. So when I would go on a date, they would call my friend across the street and over 2 houses, and then she would come get me, and then I'd go to her house to use the phone. True story. So anyway, the nice thing is going with little, it made me want a better life for myself and work hard. I'm a Christian. I got saved when I was 7 years old. I'm so blessed. Thank you. I'm so blessed. God made me who I am today. There are no accidents. I am exactly the same person I was when I was born. I lost my mom 1 year ago, last Friday. And the first quarter of last year, my sisters and I, we took care of her, nothing more important than taking care of my mom. I could care less about my real estate business. If I didn't sell a house, who cares? It was the most important thing was making sure she was cared for till her last breath. And by the grace of God, I was able to do that, and I'm so grateful for that. But I got my baby book out from my mom. And it's so funny, the skills and the gifts and the talents you have, you've always had. You just have to find them within you. Strong, independent, self-sufficient, talks to everyone. That would be me. So any of you that have had the opportunity to meet me so far, you know I'll talk your ear off. So anyway, when I was growing up, student is a pleasure to have in class. Student talks excessively. That's immediate. Every report card I ever had. So anyway, the nice thing about it, and I talk fast. So in junior high, they told me I was going to be an auctioneer when I grew up. So apparently that worked out really well too. But anyway, so I'm really grateful that God gave me the gifts and the talents that I have to parlay it into a career in real estate. So a little bit about myself. Adam Coase. I was at John L. Scott for 19 years. I told you about that as the #1 agent. Loved it. They left me alone. That was the best part about my other company is they left me alone. I could do whatever I wanted within legal reason. But they left me alone. I didn't like attending office meetings because I felt like they were wasting my time. I didn't find a lot of value in them, to be honest with you. My friend Adam, I had a cross sale with a couple years before, called me and said, hey, I'm thinking about leaving Keller Williams. Will you listen to this video and shoot some holes in it for me? I said, dude, I'm so busy. Like, I don't have time to watch a video. I'm like, I am slammed. And I said, you're a smart guy. I'm sure you'll make a great decision. Like, you'll be fine. You'll figure it out. So fast forward a year, my mom's passing away. I'm bored at work. I decided to get my license in Texas because apparently everybody's moving to Texas, Arizona, and Florida, right? So I'm like, I want to be an equal opportunity real estate agent here. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get my license in Texas. So I complete that. I post it on social media because every single morning I'm at 6:30 in the morning in Washington on a Zoom watching my Texas real estate license. And any of you here licensed in Texas? It's 180 clock hours. It's not an easy class to get through, especially at 6:30 in the morning. And I'm still working my full-time job while I'm doing it. I'm like answering calls. So anyway, long story short, get my license. Adam sees it on social media, reaches out to me via text because he left me alone for the year, which is good. Because when I was being recruited by Keller Williams and all these other brokerages, the more they harped on me, the more they annoyed me, and the more I'm like digging in and I'm not going. Because see, Caldwell Banker called, Windermere called, Keller Williams called, all these companies over the years, but I was happy. I didn't want to trade one lateral move. Like, basically, there's not a lot of difference other than the sign, so there's no reason for me to move. Nothing was going to change. And if you think the problem is with your broker, it's not your broker, it's you. Sometimes it's a broker, but most of the time it's us. We get in our own way. So you can be successful at whatever brokerage you choose to be at. It's just a level of success and the opportunity. There is no opportunity like we have here at EXP. Nothing in the world like it. So Adam calls me and he's like, hey, he sends me a text. I leave him on unread for 2 days. Then I'm sitting at my desk. I'm like, I should just call him. I said, send me the video. So he hops online with me. I'm 5 minutes into Brent's video. I'm like, crap, I got to go get my husband. So I go up to my office and I'm like, hey, I need you to watch this video with Adam and I. So we're 10 minutes in watching Brent. I said, pause for a second. I said, how much does this guy make? And he tells me what Brent makes. I'm like, I'm in. That's all it took. I was like, I can do this. So anyway, long story short, we sign up. We watch YouTube videos. Kyle Handy, Tina Call. I know you're both here. Jesse Dow watched you. Watched Brent and James. So the next thing you know, I signed up in the company, telling everybody about it. I'm so excited. I show up at so 2 weeks later, well, I signed up for Build, actually, before I even was registered, so I was so excited to go to Build. And show up at Sprint. 2 weeks later, I get a notification from the company, congratulations, you won Sprint. I'm like, what's Sprint? I'm like, I won something, I'm so excited. So I love winning things. So I'm a shiny, like anything shiny. I work for prizes, more for prizes than money, really, I do. And so anyway, I get to Sprint, I see Brent and Jean, and I'm like, these are my people. So I'm like literally drawn to them. Brent was not feeling well because he had golfed like 3 rounds of golf the day before, and I think he was sick, literally green. But I got a photo with them, and you'll see in a second, and Jean, and they were so gracious and sweet to me. I am forever indebted to you. But I was intentional in meeting the people. I went up to Jesse. I saw his YouTube videos. I'm like, I want to meet you. Got pictures with them. I engaged with them. So that was my first event in June. Then 2 weeks later, I'm with Curtis Johnson at a mastermind in Arizona. And then 2 weeks later, I'm at Build, collaborating with everybody, getting to meet Andrew Franklin and Nolly and all these wonderful other agents in our company, Pat Hayes, just lots of great engagement and opportunity. Then after that, I'm at, then I hit Icon, 3rd month in the company. And then I'm at the EXPCon, and I get an opportunity to meet Glenn and Debbie, and I'm so grateful for you and the breakout. And then I'm sitting there, and I'm like, hi, Glenn, I'm Kim Fraser from Seattle, because I live 105 miles from Glenn's house. It's really cool. So anyway, he's like, hey, I'm doing a housewarming party at my house next week. You should come. We have like 30 or 40 agents coming. I'm like, I will be there. So anyway, my friend Mindy, we have a mutual friend, Mindy, who I'd met at Sprint, and I said, oh, good, I was already going to be your +1 anyway. So now I can tell her I got my own invite. So thank you for that invitation, Glenn. I had the great time. And my husband didn't come. He's like, you're going to go without me? I'm like, absolutely. Like, I'm fine. I'm fine by myself. I can drive 105 miles. You know the funny thing about as being an agent, we drive 105 miles daily. The second I'm going to drive 105 miles by myself to see our founders of our company, are you going to be okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm do this every day. So it's kind of funny. It's like another day in real estate. So anyway, I'm going to share with you a little bit about, so we started doing lunch and learns right away. This is the big thing that we started to do. So 5th month in the company, I did my first lunch and learn. I literally have a minute left, but I have 5 more minutes to talk, so sorry. So here's my little video of what we did. This is our first lunch and learn we did November 1st. Any of you guys have any questions on lunch and learns or how I did it, message me on Workplace. You can call me, find me here today. I'm happy to help any of you guys, okay? Here we go.
What I'm most excited about is what's happening in Washington. Like, this is it, man.
And we're at the precipice where we're like starting to go over the top of the hill.
I look at what's going on with EXP right now, and I feel like we're getting closer to a tipping point.
So I told you, choices, great choice to be here. You couldn't have a better realtor to follow than Kim.
I'm so grateful and so blessed to have this opportunity. I'm a better person for having made the move. It's the most humble, nicest people you'll ever meet. Like, I'm not kidding you. When you come to these events, like, you just love everybody. They're nice, they're genuine, they're down to earth, they're really willing to help. So I'm really appreciative of that. We're growing at about 1,000 to 1,500 agents a week. We'll be at 100 countries in the next 9 years with 1 million agents. We are global, and it's pretty much unstoppable. It's just a force, and it's going to keep rolling through. For 2020, we're the #1 independent brokerage ranked by closed transactions in the United States.
XP World Holdings attempting to disrupt the real estate brokerage status quo. It's exciting. I couldn't be happier, and just looking forward to growing and helping all of you grow and grow your real estate businesses.
Thank you. So that was our first event. We had about 75 people in attendance, and then a couple others. We've done like 65 to 70. So we are booked 1-for-1 every single month until the end of the year. My numbers are actually like, I have 10 FLQAs as of this morning, and I have about 25 people onboarding currently. So when you see me again, the numbers will change. And I have big plans. And when I saw you guys at the Alpha, was it last month in January? I was super annoyed. I was like, why am I not there? But you have to be patient. So a little slideshow here. These are just some pictures of different people that I've met the last 9 months I've been in the company. The one thing I want to leave you with today, take advantage of every opportunity you're given. I've been around real estate for a long time. I've sold a lot of houses. I love people. I love helping people. I love pouring into people. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. Regardless of your background, whether you're a brand new agent to seasoned agent, there's nothing in real estate like this that you're ever going to find. Do not miss this opportunity, and don't be afraid to share it with the world. Everybody needs this. They just don't realize it yet. So take advantage of opportunities, plug in, collaborate, grow. Let me know if there's anything I can do. I'm honestly, sincerely, I mean this. If you need help, if you want to message me at workplace, text me, call me, follow me on social media. I'm happy to help any way I can. Jean, thank you. Susan, Glenn, Michael, Jeff, I appreciate you guys. Nolly, you're the man. I love you. Thank you, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless you.
All right.